Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, you just caught me in the mix of reading my book here. Well, greetings and one and all, salutations, hello, hi, how are you? Doing shitty? Good, because I am too, which means I am doing fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, to everybody watching right here, it is now time once again where I will be doing my annual Christmas review series. Usually I do 3, but in this case, I decided to go above and beyond and bring you all 10 reviews all together to get you all ready for the Christmas spirit. We're going to start off with some bad stuff, work our way into some good stuff, then I'm going to toss you all a couple curveballs with some not so really Christmas related films, but there are some good films that are worth talking about. Then we're going to go right back into the Christmas season. My goal is to give you folks the proper anticipation for the holiday season. Get yourselves ready, get yourselves prepared, get yourselves excited, anticipating for Santa Claus to shimmy down the chimney and give you all a bunch of presents that you all desire for Christmas. The 3 things that I want for Christmas this year is love, happiness, and a beautiful Asian honey, and hopefully Santa can fulfill one of those 3 things that I absolutely love and adore. And hopefully wants, because I've been a good boy for you all. I've been a charming asshole. So, hopefully my goal and my job to get you all anticipated for the Christmas season with these Christmas reviews and a nice talk, I hope I fulfill my duty. Let's get right into the first discussion. I really thought I was going to be very happy for this particular review. I thought I was going to feel the Christmas spirit in my ball sack. But instead, I am not feeling the Christmas spirit. I am feeling a Christmas shit that is willing to come out of my butthole at this particular moment. Why? Because this movie put me in this emotional state. I am upset. I am angry. I am mad. I am upset and angry and mad and upset. And all sorts of emotional convolutions that's going on in my brain right now. Why? Because I thought I was going to come on camera and be happy and positive, feeling the winter solstice, the holiday festivities that's going on right now. But no, that couldn't have happened because I ended up foisting myself to watching a film that I asked a lot of people, specifically a group of gentlemen that know who they are about this particular movie, and they said to me, Garrett, this movie fucking sucks. You are not going to like it at all. Lo and behold, the buttholes ended up being right to begin with. I did not like this movie at all. So we are going to be starting off this little Christmas special with this little film called The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Oh joy! So what is The Nutcracker and the Four Realms all about? Well, let's see. A young girl named Clara, who is played by Mackenzie Foy, is swifted away into this unique paradise because she needs a particular key to unlock a box that her mother gave to her on Christmas Eve to retrieve a very special, precious treasure that is hidden beneath this little box. However, though, she meets with the mayors, rulers, emperors, conquerors, leaders, presidents, etc., of 3 out of 4 realms. You got Sugar Plum, the fairy of the land of sweets. You got Shiver, who is the mayor of the land of snowflakes. And then you have Hathorn, who is the owner of the land of flowers. Oh joy. So apparently a conflict is going on with the land of amusements, which is known as the 4th realm, that is forbidden, that everybody's talking about. And all these particular leaders are explaining and thinking that the 4th leader is planning on domination on all 3 of the other lands. But turnabout's fair play within later of the movie. So Captain Philip Hoffman, he and Clara must enter the Forbidden Land to get this key back to save not only the Nutcracker universe, but also realize they have to not only save the world, get this key back, but bring everybody back into peace and harmony. Well then, sounds like a unique story, huh? well, other than watching 10, 15, I think it was 20 minutes of an entire Nutcracker choreography that was going on, that was very beautiful and should have been the entire movie right there, because for anybody out there who knows what the Nutcracker is, the Nutcracker is obviously a play, musical, a ballet recital, whatever you want to call it. I've seen the Nutcracker. It is a beautiful performance. I do enjoy watching it. March of the Wooden Soldiers, great fucking film right there. But in terms of Nutcracker itself, it's a beautiful recital. And I have no problems at all whenever I watch that. But getting back to the movie, what are the good things and bad things I can say about this movie? Well, the only good thing is that it's a beautiful movie to look at. It's got very unique and psychedelic costumes for all the cast that's portraying their particular roles, and the particular set, the CGI, the worlds are very colorful, atmospheric, and very well presented of a film to look at. So that's practically the only reason why I actually continue watching this film. If the film didn't look as colorful as it did, I probably would have shut it off and moved on to my next selection, or I would have watched something else to replace this, but instead I didn't. So fuck me. But other than the fact that this movie is beautiful to look at, as for the bad things, well, Morgan Freeman, he was casted in this movie, and I'm assuming he was a toy tinker from the way that it looked. And it felt very out of place seeing him in the movie. Like, there was no unique or special role at all for him whatsoever. The story itself feels like it is a ripoff of either one or two things that come to mind, and you can look at it in a certain way. It either looks like a ripoff of Alice in Wonderland, where she starts running through the snow, she meets this little mouse that ends up stealing her key, thus meeting in the White Rabbit, who's late for a very important date, but instead of a rabbit, it ends up being the leader of the Nutcrackers, Captain Philip Hoffman, who thus sweeps her way to the wonderful Wonderland. In this instinct, it's a different paradise. And it's not as big, and you don't see the fucking Queen of Hearts, or the King of Spades, or the Oompa Loompas running around, or whatever. Or you can look at this, and how I see it is a ripoff of Oz and the Great and Powerful. Well, let's see. She has to retrieve her treasures from a particular so-called evildoer, and she has to go on a quest in order to claim her crown as the princess of this particular land. But instead of killing said witch, it's trying to stop a conflict from ruining Christmas. Thus, in Oz and the Great and Powerful, for this instinct, the Wicked Witch of the East sends him on a mission for him to be the Oz continuously, has to kill the evil witch, Glinda, the Witch of the South. But turnabout's fair play. Thus, leading into the fact where Mother Ginger, who they thought was the bad one, ends up being the good one. Thus, turnabouts into where the twist is very fucking predictable, because once you saw one of the fucking fairies, or the Queen of Land of Sweets, ends up being the bad person to begin with, it was obvious right there from the get-go that she was going to be the bad person. Like, it was so fucking predictable. Just from her demeanor, her mannerisms, her personality coming off all, no pun intended, sweet and kind and generous. She actually was a fucking Sour Patch Kid. She ends up being sweet for one moment, then goes sour. So instead of going sour than sweet, it's fucking vice versa here. She's sweet, then she's fucking sour. She's more sour than a goddamn lemon, more sour than a fucking grapefruit, more sour than a can of fucking squirt! The dialogue is absolutely ridiculous. You can't take the acting serious whatsoever. And did I mention that the twist was very fucking predictable? Well, if I didn't, well, I am mentioning it again. So, overall about the Nutcracker in the Four Realms, as for a couple positives, I mean, the little Nutcracker recital that they did in the film, explain the story of what the 3 out of 4 realms are, her getting her flowers, her candy, and her fucking whatever it is she got in the land of snowflakes right there. They were treating her all the royalty, going in her mind and seeing how they're treating her as this, beautiful princess and everything. I mean, that was somewhat watchable and neat, I guess. And then you have the beautiful visuals, and the costumes are colorful, and set design and all that other stuff looking nice. But then again, the story is fucking bland. It doesn't know what it wants to be at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. Selection of actors and actresses that don't fit. I already mentioned a big one, Morgan Freeman at all. Didn't fit well into this film at all. The dialogue is an absolute mess. The twist was fucking predictable. In this film, besides it looking great, I have nothing else more to say about it, except my rating is a 1 out of 5. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Alright, let's get on to the next fucking movie. So, with that being said, folks, let me know down below your thoughts about the Nutcracker in the Four Realms, and let's get on to movie number 2.